Well, the biggest focus for this Utah team has to be about eliminating unforced errors. That's going to be key. With the experience of the three in the midfield, their familiarity of one another, they need to control this game, control the pace of the tempo. But for a team that wants to score more goals, they want to have more threats in the final third, the onus has to be on Castellanos. She's wonderful in tight spaces, can shoot from distance, but she needs to be more clinical in front of goal tonight.
Then for Portland, you mentioned it, Bella Bixby is back, and she brought Ruby along, born in July, missed the entire season with maternity leave, was actually running and with the team up to 7 months of her pregnancy, was back doing ball work on the field with the coaches and athletic training staff as early as November, with Mackenzie Arnold suffering an arm injury in training with Australia last week. Pressed into service for that long-awaited first start in 18 months. The 2022 champion looks on, and we're ready to kick off week 4 of this NWSL season. Zalorsino stands over the ball for Utah Royals, and two sides looking for their first win of 2025. Kick us off in week 4. It's the NWSL on Prime. Knocked out of play by Hina Sagita. A couple years in Orlando. 26-year-old Utah native. A chance to come back home. Last year with the then expansion team. Bixby. Solorsino stepping. Here's Hyatt. Moultrie. Tejada. Short-armed it, but McGlynn gave it away and is out of her net. Up here to Castellanos, who chips above the bar.
Reoccurring theme. So it is something that Portland's looking for. There's the pickoff from Sagita. Now they're off and running with numbers.
Castellanos into Sagita. Ball knocked down and smashed in.
Exactly what we were talking about coming into this game. Finding better options, get more numbers in the box, but picking out the right pass. This is a little no-look. Hina Sagita knows exactly. It'll be a quick little short corner. Zenoza, Clough, leaving that space right in front of that back line. Sagita Moultrie having a heyday exploiting it.
Moultrie serves, trying to get a header back across the face of goal, and didn't fly. Take a look at our first half match stats, and Utah more of the ball to this point, although that's the problem that Jimmy Coonrod's described in the loss before the break to Kansas City. We lost who we were trying to be. We had the ball enough. Kansas City wanted them to have the ball, and yet they weren't able to make anything when they did. Del Fava getting real familiar with Hina Sagita, and that is as quick a restart as you can get. Here's Moultrie. Moultrie angles inside. Olivia Moultrie deflects and sliding in. Turner almost bagged another one. That looked way too familiar. Turner touched it last.
Because they go quickly. This is where Moultrie wants to be. 1v1 situations, forces Clough to come out. She's in the wrong position. Thompson had already been beat, and I love it from Moultrie because she's decisive. She goes right at Thompson in this situation and then finds the gap because Del Fava doesn't really.
They called for halftime. Believe they have. Yep. So apparently nothing doing there. And along with her twin brother, part of the larger Royals and Real Salt Lake organization, as well as both members of the U.S. under-15 national teams. On to the second half we go. Castellanos tossed aside. KK has spoken about how Lincoln has been such a motivation and really a sort of partner going through these early days of the youth development ladder within this organization. Twins getting to play here in Utah, about 15 miles apart. The training facility for RSL, where their academy games are played, are up in Harriman. We're in Sandy here. Reaching the end line, cut back towards Sagita, sent away. And Ream knocked off the ball. Going to see it find Sentnor. Was largely neutralized in the first half, playing St. George. That is an excellent ball. St. George across, nearly for Ream. It is something that's proven a bit divisive. Ball on forward by Fodor, who came on at halftime as well. And this ball stabbed across, now beyond the diving Bella Bixby. Threw an arm up there. Ream helps to intervene. Sentnor goes to work. St. George. Ream leads the charge. Support coming from Mozingo off the right. And there's the ball through. Bracken Mozingo! It was there.
For St. George, in these moments to be able to break out, there's an intensity of the pressure. Ream does such a good job to help out defensively. And then the area that's exposed, St. George has all the time in the world, doesn't force it, and this is exactly what you want. There's the patience, there's the calmness to pick out the exact right pass. Mozingo has to be hitting the frame in that moment, just pulls it wide, lets them off the hook. She's the one that's subbed out.
It's gone 5 without a road victory. Sent in to Pogarch. Able to navigate this into the middle. Fodor through. Sentnor unloads! She's got it in her bag, but not that time. I think scored my favorite goal of Summer Cup last year. Center back role tonight. Turner comes away from that multi-car collision. Here's Castellanos. Make that Turner over here on the near side. Turner. Raylan Turner, angle tightening. Off the shadow of the post. So it's 66 on the near side, 26 on the far side.
Certainly been a bright spot, just connecting Castellanos, and this is what they want from her. Just dropping in, then she can get faced up, because that back line for the Utah Royals is dropping. There's the ball from Castellanos that releases Turner in this position, as well to control her feet.
The first 3 weeks. Here's Sentnor in the pocket.
Good work, excellent tackle, a little toe poke from Sam Coffey. Jesse Fleming was there as well. No time and space for Ali Sentnor.
And Kunratz was literally leaping up and down. Ball laced ahead. Aladu went for goal!
And I think, you know, when the goalkeeper coach is here, you have that little bit of extra incentive. We know Manny McGlynn is so good with her feet, but I think at times has made a number of mistakes. But that goalkeeping spot is up for grabs. I don't know what you think, Laurie.
Well, Fodor intervenes and finds Sentnor. Castellanos is down on the other end. Sentnor from a tight angle. And Castellanos never moved an inch after going down on the other end. That is just atop the other penalty area. There's going to be 2 changes here. You have to think Castellanos is going to be one, because this is the end of the line for the Thorns. Board's already gone up, so Pietra Torden is coming in, and Alexa Spanstra as well. Sandy, Utah. Portland picks it off, Sentnor recovers. Sentnor fires over the bar! They'll have to go the length of the field if there's any time at all. There's the look at the watch. That's it, it's full time, and the Thorns have their first 3 points of the season. A couple of draws, and now they've broken through.